All right, everyone. How's it going? How's it going? My name is Ipo, aka Rayo, and we're back with more Gundam Assemble news. So earlier this morning, Bandai put out a lot of information regarding their new tabletop miniature game, Gundam Assemble. Okay, so we're gonna get all into that. But first, please like, comment, and subscribe. All that YouTube algorithm stuff, blah blah blah. You know the drill. It really does help the channel. But here is the big thing. October 2026, that is the release date for the first set of products for Gundam Assemble. My understanding is that it's also going to be a simultaneous worldwide release. And from that point forward, there's going to be releases monthly for several months. So that's very encouraging and it's really impressive. To me, that seems like a commitment to really making this game a real thing. They really want to support it in the long term. It's not just some kind of novelty, right? So they did update their website. That's the other big thing. Now the website has a lot of information on it. Let's just go over the top for beginners. I think this might be generally the same from what we've seen, but they do embed a video guide, kind of like going over the basics, and a quick play guide. And then this here is the manual. So let's take a look at this actually. Okay, yeah, so they're kind of going over really quickly. We don't have to go over every single thing, but yeah, we've got, this is what you need to prepare for a game. The game board, units, unit cards, scenario objectives, attack dice, round tokens, tactic cards, time tokens, lot tokens, the setup, and we've got the rules. There's actually a bunch of videos going over the rules because there was an event in Vegas. A lot of people got to try out the game, kind of do a demo. Those are out there. This is a really interesting aspect of the game, is the timeline. I'm sure a lot of other board games do this. Timeline track, starting timeline values, moving and attacking. So yeah, this is very thorough. We don't have to go over it all. It's there for you to check out, but it's great that they have all this information. I'm definitely going to go over it a lot more as well. Building your deck, building your squad, victory points, that's another thing I'd like to come back to. The products. This is a really good section of the site, and you can see all the different things that are going to be available. There's the starter set, comes with everything you'll need to play a 3-on-3 game. Dive in, the world of Gundam Assemble is waiting. This is the deluxe set. Fight as one of Gundam's renowned pilots in a scenario based on the original stories, or even command battleships of your own in an epic 5-on-5 battle. Deepen your tactics with even more options at your disposal. And then expansion packs. And these seem to be based off of like a single setting. So the ones in this picture here, from Mercury. And you can actually see right here, they've got a number of products available. And it's 2 pages. Let's see. Okay, yeah. But let's take a look at this one. This is actually the Assemble Starter Set 101. It does have it listed here in yen. Alright, so yeah, we're looking at the starter set. The set includes everything you need to start a 3v3 game, 2 scenarios that are perfect for understanding the game. Each unit features game stats and abilities that reflects its unique characteristics. Recreate scenarios inspired by the original story, or engage in original cross-universe situations, allowing to relive iconic moments or create your own unique battles. 6 miniatures, unpainted. Paper terrain, it says there. 10-sided dice. Handbook. 2 quick rules. Game tokens, tactical cards, 6 miniatures. So here it is. This is the starter. Can we zoom in? Yeah. So there's the timeline. There's the box. Do they have the price in... Oh, okay, yeah. So right here, you can see that the price, this is in US denominations, $35, which seems pretty good to me. $35. And you can see what it comes with. It's a nice mix. It looks like there's some Gundam Wing models. Got the Vidar, the Epion. You've got Gramps, you got Gundam Wing, Sharzaku, and Barbatos. So pretty cool. And you can see that the assembly is pretty straightforward. Like, it's not going to be too complex, the models, which I think is great. And then, yes, they are unpainted, so you'll have to paint them if you want to, you know, kind of make them look as good as they can be. But that is the starter set, and I think that's not bad, considering all the things it comes with, just getting into it. And that's 3v3, but $100 USD. We don't have Canadian pricing just yet. This is the deluxe set. From story-driven scenario battles to epic 5v5 engagements with battleship class units, this set offers an even more strategic and immersive experience. Cards, okay. 13 miniatures. Customize them with your own paint scheme to take the field with a one-of-a-kind unit that's truly yours. 13 miniatures, unit cards, tactical cards, tokens, 2 game maps. So that's cool. I think there's an outer space game map. Paper terrain, 10-sided dice, quick rules. So yeah, this is the space table. See, it's a bigger box. There's a lot more like elevated terrain. And you can see right there, there's white base. And here's everything that comes with it, right? And these are all based off of the Universal Century. So the first one, a lot more miniatures this time. And the white base, it takes up 3 hexes, which is kind of interesting. And then you've got the ball here, 2 balls taking up a single base. Love the posing on these. And these are different poses than the miniatures that we had seen come with the Gundam card game. At least some of them, right? Like this RX-78 is a different pose. It's gun cannon. They look more outer space kind of posed. Well, the gun tank is the gun tank. I'm pretty sure that's the same model. But that's cool. And then the Zeong has like a separate unit for its head, which is pretty cool. I'm sure you're going to be able to recreate the final scenario, the final shooting. Yeah, the paint jobs on these look great, by the way. So there you have it. That is the deluxe set, and that's going to be $100. Again, these products are going to be released in October. Then we have expansion packs, and these are going to be themed on a single setting, and that's $40. This one appears to be Unicorn. It says now printing, but you're getting 3 miniatures and a tiny little what's this thing called, a tiny little worker thing. If you've played Warhammer games, Games Workshop games, 40K, Age of Sigmar, you know, a single miniature can be pretty expensive. And of course, you know, you're not just buying the miniatures, right? You're buying all the cards and everything tied to the game itself. But I will say that it's nice that they're not going the randomized route, because that was a big question. Obviously, with the TCG games, that's a big thing, getting just randomized cards. You don't know what you're getting, so you end up buying a lot more cards just to get the things that you need. And it does happen in the miniature world as well. You've got games like Hero Clicks, as well as Battletech, that have randomized packs. And they very well could have gone that route. I'm glad that they didn't. This way you can get the things that you want and not have to deal with any extra things that you're just going to kind of tuck away and never use. So that's good. I think this is... yeah, so this right here is the Witch from Mercury pack. Again, the same price. And you'll be getting Ariel and the other ones. The names escape me now, but that's cool. That's pretty neat. Now, let's take a look. There is a paint set, too. And this one here comes with some paint from Mr. Hobby. Some pretty basic colors. Just enough to paint these minis. And these were the minis that came with the Gundam TCG like packs that came out last year. Although, if you look closely, the bases are hexagonal, whereas the ones that came with the TCG packs were circular. I'm looking at them right now. I've got them on my desk. You get a brush too, so that's fine. That's great. It does say that you're going to be able to get the unit cards, the tactical cards, the game tokens, and all of that stuff for these units, which is interesting because as of right now, for anyone that had bought those TCG packs with the intention of having the miniatures and using them eventually in Assemble, you don't have a way of accessing those cards. So this is a way of getting those cards, however, you're also getting those models again. Now, there are a bunch of other miniatures that they're showing that are going to be released later, right? So everything that we had been looking at has been for October, but we have November and December also kind of laid out. So let's take a quick look. They're not actually showing truly what these are, but we can kind of guess somewhat that these are from Wing. So that's pretty cool. And then this appears to be another One Year War Universal Century theme set, and that's a goof. And we have vehicles here. And then it looks like we have another Wing base set, if I'm not mistaken. You all can correct me if I'm wrong. This looks like the tall geese and two of these grunt suits, right? And that is going to be in December. This one here in December, these two in November, and then this one here, Deluxe Set 2. So the Deluxe Set is kind of, as we were looking at before, that one's the $100 set that has 13 miniatures, I believe, and it's just like it has a lot more stuff going on. So we have a second Deluxe Set, and once again, a bunch of miniatures. Not too sure if we can figure out where they're from. Y'all can tell me. Where are these from? Yeah, so here we have the quick play guide on YouTube. I had the volume down. Again, we don't have to watch the whole video. It's 8 minutes long, so again, that'll probably be a lot more useful to check out on your own time, but I'm going to definitely watch it in full later. Here is another video that they put out, which is the Gundam Assemble first look overview and gameplay reveal. And I was watching this a little bit, but really interesting here. They have this person, Justin Gary, kind of demoing the game, and he is the game designer. And the reason why I think this is pretty interesting is that there was some discussion going on regarding who was actually designing this game. And Bandai, they do have a number of game designers internally that handle the TCG games like One Piece, Digimon, Dragon Ball, so on and so forth, and the Gundam TCG game. My understanding is that those games are designed internally. However, it seems like they recognized that if they're going to break into the miniature tabletop game category, that they might need to seek out outside help, because it is a different beast altogether. You know, it's not necessarily the same thing. But Justin Gary comes from the board game / tabletop gaming world. He's actually designed board games including Ascension, the deck builder game, and Ascension Tactics, and the World of Warcraft miniature base game, which was also hex based if I'm not mistaken. Here's an interesting picture from the YouTube video, the introduction, because if you look at the base, the bases, or rather the terrain, is not cardboard. So all the sets that we've been looking at, all the stuff that we've been going over just now, the elevated terrain is cardboard. Like, it's all been made out of cardboard. It's not a bad thing. It's, you know, I'm sure that keeps down the production costs and the weight down and everything. But if you look at this in this video, these appear to be plastic. So is that something that they're going to come out with eventually? So I think that might be coming down the line for Gundam Assemble, but they haven't really said anything about it. It's just a picture that they have there. And yeah, so there you have it. I think that's pretty much everything that has come out just today, earlier today, regarding Gundam Assemble. It's a lot of information. I tried to go over just like the basics of it, and there's a lot more to talk about in the future. So please stay tuned if you're interested in Gundam Assemble news, miniatures, and gunpla, blah, blah, blah. Don't forget to like and subscribe, all of that stuff, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.